Welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe and press the notification bell. The 2025 Buell 1190SX is more than just a motorcycle. It's a loud, aggressive declaration that American street fighters are back and they're not here to make friends. They're here to dominate. And Buell, a name that's been to hell and back more than once, is delivering a machine that's unapologetically raw, brutally fast, and engineered for riders who crave connection, not isolation. If you've been watching the motorcycle world evolve into high-tech, heavily assisted, almost surgically clinical machines, the 1190SX feels like a breath of pure oxygen or maybe nitrous oxide straight into the bloodstream of performance riding. The first time you see it, the 1190SX doesn't hide what it is. It's pure mechanical honesty. You're looking at the bike's muscle, its bone structure, its organs, and nothing is hidden behind layers of plastic or unnecessary design fluff. The iconic Buell fuel-in frame chassis is back, more refined than ever, and it immediately defines the machine's presence. It's lean, it's angular, and it looks ready to repulse through city streets and open back roads alike. Compared to earlier Buell models, the 2025 version sharpens the silhouette even further, leaning into an almost predatory aesthetic. The twin headlights are slim and aggressive, framed tightly within a minimalist front fairing that practically dares you to look away. Firing up the 1190SX is an experience all its own. That massive 1190cc liquid-cooled V-twin engine derived from the earlier Raric Buell racing designs but heavily evolved growls to life with a deep, pulsing note that sends vibrations up your spine. Buell claims 185 horsepower at 10,600 revolutions per minute and 102 pound-feet of torque at 8,200 revolutions per minute, and you feel every bit of it. The idle is surprisingly stable, but blip the throttle even lightly and the engine snarls with an immediacy that tells you this isn't a machine interested in casual Sunday strolls. It's built for speed, for aggression, for making your heart race every time you twist your wrist. Rolling out onto the street, the 1190SX immediately impresses with its sense of urgency. The fueling is spot-on, linear, predictable, but thrillingly responsive. There's almost no delay between what you ask from the throttle and what the bike delivers. Whether you're at 3,000 revolutions per minute or screaming toward the red line, the engine pulls with a ferocity that's addictive. And it's not just top-end rush, the mid-range is fat and meaty, delivering serious shove right where you want it most for street riding. Unlike some bikes that demand you keep the engine screaming to find the fun, the 1190SX is alive and ready across the whole rev range. But a powerful engine means nothing without a chassis that can harness it, and here's where Buell's engineering brilliance really shines through. That aluminum frame, which also serves as the fuel tank, gives the bike incredible stiffness without unnecessary weight. The dry weight of the 1190SX comes in at just about 419 pounds, which, considering the size of the engine and the components strapped to it, is remarkably light. The result is a bike that changes direction almost telepathically. Think about leaning into a turn, and the 1190SX is already there, carving a clean arc with unshakable confidence. The suspension is another area where the Buell sets itself apart. Fully adjustable Showa big piston forks handled the front, while the rear uses a Showa monoshock tuned specifically for aggressive street riding with track-capable precision. Out of the box, the suspension is set up firm, emphasizing control and feedback over cushy comfort. You feel the texture of the road surface under the tires. You know exactly when grip is increasing or decreasing. But despite that firmness, the suspension isn't harsh. It soaks up bumps and imperfections in a way that keeps the bike composed without numbing the experience. It's a fine balance, and Buell nails it. Another standout feature remains the perimeter-mounted front brake. Instead of 2 discs and 2 calipers, the 1190SX uses a single giant rotor mounted around the outside of the front wheel, gripped by an 8-piston caliper. It's a unique setup that Buell pioneered years ago, and it offers some real-world advantages. Reduced unsprung weight means better suspension response, and the braking force is immense yet easy to modulate. Whether you're scrubbing off speed before a tight apex or executing a full emergency stop, the braking system inspires total confidence without the initial bite being overly abrupt. The ergonomics on the 1190SX strike a smart balance between aggression and usability. The seat is firm and supportive, positioned at 32.5 inches high, giving most riders a commanding view of the road. The wide, flat handlebars offer excellent leverage, making low-speed maneuvers easy while giving you the precise control you need at higher speeds. The pegs are set back enough to put you in a ready-to-attack position, but without forcing you into a full-on race crouch that would be uncomfortable during longer rides. After a full day in the saddle, you're definitely feeling worked out, but it's the good kind of tired out, the kind you get after doing something rewarding, not something torturous. When it comes to electronics, Buell has made a deliberate choice to offer just enough tech to enhance the experience without drowning it in layers of digital interference. You get selectable ride modes tailored for different conditions: A Sport, Road, Rain, A+, a well-calibrated traction control system that intervenes subtly when necessary but otherwise stays out of your way. Anti-lock braking is present but again tuned for performance, allowing a level of rider input that purists will appreciate. The display itself is a clean, simple digital readout offering a clear view of speed, RPM, gear position, and vital stats without forcing you to dig through confusing menus or settings screens. It's modern enough to feel current, but restrained enough that it keeps the focus squarely on the riding experience. Buell also knows that today's riders want to make a bike their own, and they're offering a solid range of customization options from the factory. Different handlebar and seat options allow you to tweak the ergonomics to better fit your riding style or body type. Optional aesthetic upgrades like carbon fiber panels, custom paint schemes, and different wheel finishes mean you can make your 1190SX stand out even more. And because the platform is designed with modularity in mind, there's little doubt the aftermarket world will soon offer even more ways to personalize your machine. Taking the 1190SX out on twisty backroads reveals just how well all these pieces come together. The bike feels alive, eager, and supremely capable. Flicking from corner to corner requires minimal effort. Throttle adjustments mid-corner are handled with ease thanks to the precise fueling and the strong mid-range torque. Every input, A throttle, brake, steering, body position, A translates directly into immediate, predictable action. There's a mechanical honesty here that's rare in today's motorcycles, where so often electronic safety nets and ride-by-wire systems introduce a small but noticeable lag between rider and machine. At high speeds, the bike remains planted and stable, the suspension soaking up imperfections while keeping the tires firmly in contact with the asphalt. The aerodynamics are minimal but effective, with enough airflow management around the minimal bodywork to keep buffeting to a reasonable level without adding unnecessary weight or complexity. It's a naked bike that still feels composed well into triple-digit speeds, which says a lot about the engineering focus that went into its design. Urban riding highlights a different side of the 1190SX's personality. Despite its aggressive looks and high-strung engine, the bike can behave itself remarkably well at lower speeds. The clutch action is light and predictable, the fueling smooth enough to allow you to putter through traffic without lurching or snatching. But don't be fooled now. The moment you find an open stretch of road and crack the throttle, the beast wakes up instantly, reminding you that under the somewhat polite city manners lies a true performance monster. As for reliability, Buell is backing the 1190SX with a 2-year, unlimited mileage warranty, a clear signal that they believe in the quality of what they're building. Considering the brand's rocky past, this new generation of Buell motorcycles is focused on winning back riders' trust through solid engineering, quality control, and a much more streamlined business model. When it comes to the competition, the Buell 1190SX is stepping into a tough crowd. The Ducati Streetfighter V4, the KTM 1290 Super Duke R, and the Aprilia Tuono V4 all offer mind-bending performance with their own unique flavors. But the Buell offers something a little different: a rawness, a mechanical purity that the others sometimes polish out in pursuit of broader appeal. It's not trying to be the best commuter, the most technologically advanced, or the smoothest luxury ride. It's trying to be the most alive, the most visceral, the most connected. And in that mission, it absolutely succeeds. For riders who miss the days when bikes made you work a little, who crave the deep, intimate bond between human and machine, the 2025 Buell 1190SX is not just another motorcycle, it's an invitation. It's a machine that demands respect, rewards skill, and reignites the primal joy of riding fast, hard, and fully committed. Thanks for watching, and wait for the next video.